What's up, YouTube? We got a yo-yo review to do today. Today, we are going to take a look at the brand new Mono Metal Coal Olau Edge from YoyoFactory. So, this came in the YoyoFactory mystery box. We are all patiently awaiting the full release of this. I do not have the specs for this. I have no idea what it weighs. I would say about 65 grams, and it's, you know, about as big around as a Countach, so it's kind of a wide diameter, and it's basically the same size as the Countach 5000 QV. Plays a little different though. So let's get into talking about it and comparing it. First and foremost, of course, let's compare it to the Countach 5000 QV. Now, 5000 QV is absolutely one of my favorite yo-yos, has been for a long time. So when I saw there was a Mono Metal Edge coming out, which I also really liked, was immediately excited because I just like this shape. As you can see, different as far as that's concerned. Bigger rims on the 5000 QV. This is kind of a little more narrow here, and just a little kind of a wider V in the center there. But still kind of very similar shapes in that regard. So if you like how the Countach felt, and I did, you're going to really like how this feels. Cup design way different. This clearly has side effects. This does not. In fact, I would kind of put the weight distribution as very similar to the original Edge, see that little kind of extra bump down in there? Like, it kind of gives you, like, there's plenty of rim weight. It's got a lot of power and stability and stuff, but it kind of gives you a little bit of, like, that mid bump that, like, a lot of one-drops have. So you kind of get that sort of feel when you, like, regen it out, or, like, it hits the bottom of the string. You sort of get that, like, clong sound and, like, feel to it, which is a very good and satisfying feeling for whatever reason. Very much, it kind of reminds me in weight distribution a lot like the Dang 2. So it kind of has that sort of a feel to it. You can even look, the cups are kind of similar too, just the way the weight is distributed through this. So it's sort of, I would say, it plays kind of like if you were to mash these two yo-yos together. It kind of plays like that, but like still YoyoFactory, because YoyoFactories all sort of have a very similar, like, I don't want to say similar feel, but they all kind of, like, you can tell what's a YoyoFactory versus what's a one drop, you know, just based on machining and stuff like that. But I would say it's kind of like if you take the Dang 2 and Countach 5000 QV, mash them together, kind of put some edge in there as well. This is what you get. And it's great. It's a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it quite a bit. I've been playing it a ton. It came with some of Evan's new signature strings, so that's what I stuck on here. It's not the greatest string. It's basic. I mean, they're not zip lines, but it's fine. It's good. It's lasted decently long. I've had this about a week on here. I've played this. It's probably got about 4 or 5 hours. It's almost ready to change. It's got some frayage on it, but it lasted decently long. It's decently soft. So it's not a zip line, but it's close. It works out pretty well. So I dug these. I'm glad they were in the package. Very cool indeed. But let's go ahead and throw this thing around a little bit, because that's really, you know, playing with it's really where it shines. Guys, we are back with the new Mono Metal Edge. And you'll notice right upon throwing it that it's super fun. This, I would say, is probably the most fun version of the Edge and everything that Evan's put out. The response is phenomenal, and it is super stable. So it's great for regens. It's really fun for regens, actually. It can go quick. It's kind of light. I'd say it's somewhere around 65 grams. But it'll also handle, you know, pretty much whatever else you want to throw at it as well. Just kind of overall really good, you know. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This is the best Mono Metal YoyoFactory's put out. Period. Forget about the Ultras. Forget about the other stuff. Shutters. This is it. Mono Metal Edge. This is the best one. I might have just got some string in my bearing. Like, it's phenomenal. So, as far as smoothness is concerned, it's pretty standard smooth for YoyoFactory. About 9.5 out of 10. It's got that, you know, I feel like they've all got like this hint of vibe, but at the same time, you don't pay $90 for them. They're still pretty darn smooth. As far as finger spins are concerned, there's kind of like a bump in there, but you can finger spin around it. So, finger spins work pretty well. If I could get the laceration. Finger spins pretty well. Grind's great. It's got a nice grind finish. It's that like sort of not quite super blasted finish, but that little bit shinier blasted finish, kind of like my wide angle shutter has it, but you know what I'm talking about. That like little bit of a shinier blasted finish that they use on the YoYoFactories, not the super blasted one like on the checkpoints. So that one, I like the super blasted one better, like the one that's on the checkpoints. But this one's it's good. Like, it works. There's kind of a little thumb grind lip in there. Doesn't like lock your finger in, but like it's a big enough lip that you can get your finger on it. So that works. But really, I mean, I would say it excels really at just kind of throwing tricks and being fun. It's got a great weight distribution. I really can't stress that enough. That's its strongest point, is its weight distribution. It's stable and long spinning, but has that like fun like thunk, and the response is great too. I need to change the string. Rolls off of the string very well too. Like nothing to catch it on, like if you're trying to like pop it out the front or like reject it or something. Works very nicely with that. Rejects beautifully as well. And of course, you won't get a knot. It regens very well as well. But let's go ahead. We will stick it on the desk. I'll take it apart and we'll do pros and cons. All right, we are back on the desk with the new Mono Metal Edge from YoYoFactory. Go ahead and get rid of that string. Goodbye, string. Evan's string's pretty good too. It doesn't last as long as Zipline, so I don't know what it costs. I don't know how to get it, but it's probably on YoYo Expert at this point. But I think I'm going to stick with the Ziplines for now. Probably forever. So, as you can see, very similar to the original Edge. Not a whole lot going on there. Kind of rounds over a lot right before the response. That's kind of how you get those good like rejections and nothing like sticks. It doesn't like stick to the string. But at the same time, it sort of flattens before the response still, so you get a little bit of a wall there, so you can get like good regens and stuff out of it, which I've really been enjoying because of how the weight distribution works. It's really very satisfying to regen this yo-yo. Spins a long time, very stable, great center track bearing, great response. Again, I'm gonna take it apart again to show you guys. Comes apart really well too. That's always a plus. Nice long axle, not worried about it stripping ever. YoYoFactory used the gold pads in this, or the like yellower ones. I don't know. These are great pads though. I appreciate that YoYoFactory I complained about it a lot. I don't think it was me, but they stopped using the white pads so much, and these pads are these pads are great. So great response, awesome, great job YoYoFactory. Grind finish is good, no complaints there. It's not like the best grind finish YoYoFactory has, but it's perfectly adequate. Finger spins very well, but it's not like really built for finger spins. It kind of has that same like pushed up thing that the Edge has. So I know that's sort of how Evan does it, is he gets his fingernail in that little hole, and like he really gets solid spins out of it. And it is his yo-yo. I can't do it that way, but there's plenty of room around it to get good spins, so I'm not complaining. I don't really like to do finger spins anyway. There's nothing to lock in your thumb, but it's not hard to do thumb grinds on this at all. So big, wide diameter too, so easy to catch. So really nice there. I mean, overall, just a really fun yo-yo to play that performs really well. I really can't say enough about how fun this is and how great the weight distribution is. Like I said, I really like this a lot. It's kind of got that similar sort of distribution feeling, the like thunk at the end of the string. It's not like a rock thunk. It's just kind of like a solid, floaty. I don't know how to describe it, but it's great. And this is one of the best yo-yos that came out this year, and this is certainly one of the best YoYoFactories ever. I really, really like this yo-yo a lot. I really think this maybe was overdue with how good and how popular the Edge was, but I'm glad that it's finally out. I'm glad I have one, and honestly, if it comes out in some really awesome splashes, I might get another one. That's how good this is. And I paid for this. I paid for the mystery box, so it was, you know, just like everybody else. I didn't get anything early. This is my... I paid money for this. Here's what I think. If it sucked, I would have probably been mean about it, but it's great. It's really great. One of the best ones this year. Yeah, one of the best Yoyos this year. I really enjoy this, and I think Evan's got another winner on his hands. Easily the guy with all of my favorite signature Yoyos. Everything he's put out has been a really fun Yoyo, and I've enjoyed it very, very much. So maybe he and I just like similar Yoyos. That might be the case. Very excited for the Edge Beyond. That looks like really fun as well. So that's probably the next one in the Evan Nagao line up on the horizon. See what I did there? So we'll see how that one stacks up to this one. But this one's super great. It's going to be hard to knock this out of my favorite Evan Nagao Yoyos, which this one is it. The Wedge was good too, but this is like, this is great. That's going to do it for me today, though, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.